Welcome back to Health Advocates Ask the Expert series, our monthly show about trending topics in healthcare. I'm your host, Courtney Preiser. Today we're joined by Iris Tarou to discuss how incentives drive employee well-being. Iris leads Health Advocates Wellness Program Services and helps organizations maximize their program to improve health and well-being for employees. Thanks so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
So just to start, do incentives work for employees?
I could say absolutely, but it depends on what you're wanting to motivate employees to do. So if you are wanting to motivate employees to participate, then absolutely.
First step.
Pretty easy to dangle a carrot or even a stick if you want to go that route to get employees to do something.
Right.
But if you are this is your first time doing a program, you're an employer who's just getting started with wellness, then maybe that is your goal. You're just wanting people to participate.
Get their foot in the door.
Exactly, and you can pretty easily get people to do that.
Okay.
You know, it's not super easy. You still need to communicate it well and have support from the top down. But that being said, participation is one thing. Getting the long-term behavior change, motivating employees to really make long-term changes or to make changes that will become long-term behaviors is a completely other thing.
Right.
So designing an incentive program to match your goal as an employer is key.
So again, the complexity of the goal needs to be matched by the complexity of the incentive.
Right, exactly.
Oh, goodness. So how have the use of incentives grown or changed since they were first introduced into the wellness industry?
Well, I'd say two main areas.
Okay.
One being the length of the program. So for example, in the past, a typical program was, say, 3 months long.
Okay.
And you, as an employee, were told to complete a health risk assessment, complete a biometric screening, talk to a wellness coach one time.
Basics.
Over 3 months.
Right.
And employees would do this. And they would participate. It's kind of, checking the boxes.
Easy stuff.
And they would get their incentive and kind of
Walk away.
be done with it. And until the following year, when the employer would promote the program again.
Okay.
And now what we're seeing is longer programs that last more closer to a year.
Okay.
And that makes sense because behavior change happens over a longer period of time. If you really are going to expect employees to make changes, it needs to be reasonable for them to be able to make those changes. And as employers, we also need to realize that putting a program in place, we're not going to see these long-term wonderful changes in a year.
Right.
It really takes minimum 3 years, 3 to 5 years to really start seeing these changes.
Okay.
So we can't expect our employees to make changes in 3 months.
Right.
As an employer, we can't do that.
Right.
And the other big change that we're seeing is the choices available. So again, in the past, it was sort of check these boxes and you're done, you've gotten your incentive, great. It was not a bad thing.
Right.
We were getting them to take that first step.
Sure.
And some of those employees were then taking more steps because they were encouraged to take that first step, which is important.
Right.
But not enough people were continuing to take those steps. So with longer programs, more choices, people feel like it's something that's more realistic. They're beginning to see that they want to make some changes and they have some time. And everybody's at a different stage of readiness.
Absolutely.
And so while one person might be completely ready to take action and talk to a coach once a week for 6 weeks and come up with a new nutrition plan and exercise plan, they're ready to go. Somebody else might just be contemplating that they want to lose weight and they're not even sure if they want to take 2 steps forward yet.
Right.
And so going online for them is what works, what fits into what they're ready to do. Complete a workshop, learn some things about nutrition that maybe they didn't know before, and maybe it won't be till next year that they're ready to work with a coach. So having those choices and options and a longer period of time for individuals to create this ongoing engagement is really key to see those long-term changes.
Makes a lot of sense because one size never fits all.
Exactly.
So how is Health Advocates' approach to wellness program and services unique?
Well, one way is that we have everything under one roof. So we have a very comprehensive set of services to support our clients in their incentive programs and their overall well-being programs. So from the high-tech of our online portal where we have the workshops and the tip sheets and the challenge portal where our employers can create these amazing challenges around weight loss or walking, to our high touch of our on-site biometric screenings, to our telephonic wellness coaches. All of that under one roof is really important for the employees. So they're, again, not feeling like they're trying to figure out where they should go to get the help that they're looking for.
Make it as easy as possible.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then second, the team that I manage, actually, the wellness program consultants, is something that's really unique. So these wellness professionals are experts in the industry, and all of our wellness clients have access to a WPC.
Wow.
So they're all assigned somebody, and that is your go-to person for all things wellness.
Wow.
And they are there from a strategic level, planning, looking at reports with you and data, to incentive design, what works, what doesn't work, what do we see successful within similar populations as yours. So having that dedicated wellness expert at your fingertips is really beneficial for our clients, who some of them, most of them, have an HR person who has been tasked with running this wellness program, and they're learning. So to have somebody there for them, we see this amazing partnership that occurs throughout the relationship with that client.
So much knowledge that you can tap into anytime you want.
Exactly.
That's great. Well, this is really helpful. Thank you so much for being here today.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thanks. And thank you for joining us. We hope you like what you just heard. And if so, you can follow us on our social media pages and subscribe to our channel below. And join us again next time for another edition of Health Advocates Ask the Experts.